Hi everyone. I was going to say good morning everyone, but then I realised it's recorded and some of you might want to watch it in the afternoon. But safe to say, happy November. And wow, what a busy month November is. There are so many celebrations happening in November, but we'll get to that a wee bit later. We have two of our very special members of staff leaving us at the end of November, Mrs. McLaurin and Mrs. Small. So we need to make sure that November is the best November that they've ever had in Carnmuirs Primary School, so that they go away with lots and lots of really good memories of Team Starmuirs. Boys and girls, I have been super impressed again. When you've been coming in first thing in the morning when Mrs. Wilson's put the benches out, you are so well behaved, and that's why I'm able to open the doors and let you come in early so that you don't have to stand out in that horrible weather, because it's not very nice, is it? October was also a very busy month. We have so many celebrations, but let's first of all take a look at this picture of November, and I want you to take a minute to see how many different things you recognise that I might talk about in this assembly from the picture of November. Taken some time to have a look at the different symbols that you can see in our picture of November. And the first one I want to point out to you, because you might be a bit confused, is the big turkey at the top of the picture. You'll also notice that there are apples showing up in the picture, and these symbolise harvest. And harvest is the time of the year when we're able to lift from the ground all of the vegetables and the fruit of the trees that we have been growing over the summer. And in the United States of America and in Canada, they celebrate harvest by having what they call Thanksgiving Day on the 25th of November, and they are saying thank you for all of the food that we are lucky enough to be able to put on our table and eat over the autumn and winter months. So a Thanksgiving meal looks a wee bit like our Christmas dinner, because it includes turkey and stuffing and potatoes and cranberries. But because it's also the harvest time, they're also able to have some pumpkin pie. Our first celebration in November is highlighted here in colour, and you can see that there's a picture of a hat, and hopefully you also picked up that there's some fireworks. So let's find out what this is all about. You might recognise this rhyme. Remember, remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot. We see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. So let's find out why we do have fireworks night on the 5th of November.
Why did the gunpowder plot happen? I look forward to the 5th of November every year. Fireworks, bonfires, toffee apples! I love bonfire night. He doesn't, poor guy. That's his name, Guy Fawkes. He lived a long time ago. I heard his story from my mum, who got it from her mum, who got it from her dad, who got it from... oh, you get the idea. All the way back in history to a rat who lived over 400 years ago. Look, that's her. The year was 1605. It was very different then. The apples were pretty similar though. People had just started to play early versions of football and tennis. There was no TV. People loved going to the theatre. And on Sundays, everyone in the country went to church. It was the law. If you didn't go, you'd be in trouble. Big trouble. Here, look. That's King James I. He was the king and head of the Church of England, so everybody had to go to his kind of church. Arguments about religion like this had been going on for ages. If you secretly belonged to another type of church, the Catholic Church, you'd be punished badly. So this is the world of my ancestors' story. The story of Guy Fawkes and the Gunpowder Plot. A plot is a secret plan. Here, look, shh. These men are plotters. They think nobody can hear. Let's listen in.
Gentlemen, thank you for coming. Nice hats. I've invited you here because the king is treating Catholics like us very badly. It's not fair. I'm very, very angry. And I think you are too. Am I right?
It's a disagreement.
Indeed. We've got to do something to stop the king treating Catholics badly. And I know what. We must kill the king.
Won't that make us the baddies? Treating them badly?
So, who's ready to hear my clever plan?
So, that was Robert Catesby, the leader of the plotters. It was his idea, not Guy Fawkes. Maybe he should be on the bonfire. Catesby is going to need a cunning plan to kill the king. Kings were guarded by soldiers, so it won't be easy.
Okay, listen to my clever plan. Actually, let's call it a plot. Sounds even cleverer that way. The king is going to visit the Houses of Parliament.
Then we attack him.
The plot is to blow up the whole building when he's inside. Boom! After that, Catholics like us can take over the country. I feel as if I can smell it already.
Burning.
And here he is at last. Meet Guy Fawkes, an expert at blowing things up.
I like blowing things up.
So, the plot was agreed. Guy Fawkes was to carry out Robert Catesby's plan to blow up King James I in the Houses of Parliament, an important building where important people meet to make important decisions. What do you think happened when they tried to kill the king?
So maybe in your classes at some point this week you can find out what actually did happen to Guy Fawkes when he tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. And of course, like every other month, we have got lots of children celebrating their birthdays in November. Happy birthday to Chelsea. If you're watching this on the 1st of November, it's your birthday today. And Maya in Primary 2, you're going to be celebrating your birthday on Wednesday. John in Primary 5-4, you're going to be celebrating your birthday next week. And so are you, Saif, in Primary 6-5. Freya, your birthday is on the 13th. And Kyle in Primary 1, you're going to be celebrating your birthday on the 19th of November. Jodie in P65, you need to wait until the 23rd of November to celebrate. And Rose, you're just the day after Jodie because you're going to be celebrating your birthday on the 24th of November. And then we have Justin celebrating his birthday on the 26th of November. And Miss Patterson in Primary 2, she will be celebrating her birthday on the 7th of November, and Mrs O'Neill will be celebrating her birthday on the 24th of November. Mrs Small, she doesn't have to wait just as long as Mrs O'Neill because her birthday is on the 21st of November. So happy birthday to all of you, and this song is just for you. While we're all in the singing mood, let's carry on and sing our Shannary song.
Hello sunshine, hello blue sky, S-H-A-N-A-R-R-I. Hello sunshine, hello blue sky, S-H-A-N-A-R-R-I. We're safe and we're healthy and achieving. We're nurtured and we're active every day. Respected, you can see. Responsible are we. When everyone's included, we can be happy. Hello sunshine, hello blue sky, S-H-A-N-A-R-R-I. Let's work together, brighten up the weather. We can make a wonderful dream. Let's hold a vigil for every individual to play their part in the greatest team. Hello sunshine, hello blue sky, S-H-A-N-A-R-R-I. Hello sunshine, hello blue sky, S-H-A-N-A-R-R-I. We're safe and we're healthy and achieving. We're nurtured and we're active every day. Respected, you can see. Responsible are we. When everyone's included, we can be happy. Hello sunshine, hello blue sky, S-H-A-N-A-R-R-I. We can measure pride and pleasure. It's the way we're sure to win. Let's not tarry, we can do Shannary. Let's put the joy in joining in. Hello sunshine, hello blue sky, S-H-A-N-A-R-R-I. Hello sunshine, hello blue sky, S-H-A-N-A-R-R-I. S-H-A-N-A-R-R-I.
And that song has been written just to help you remember the 8 well-being indicators that Mrs. Wilson tells you about, that every adult in your life has got responsibility for making sure these things happen for you. Let's have a little try and see if you can remember what they stand for. Can you remember what the S stands for? And if you're struggling, think about the song and the words of the song. So S is of course for safe, well done. And what about the H? It's healthy, fantastic if you got that. The A, we've got 2 A's you'll see, so one of them is active, and we celebrated active in September, didn't we? What about the N? Nurtured, that's right. And that's just having everything that you need to be able to grow and flourish. Now here's the other A. You might have said this the first time, so the other A is achieving. And I was really impressed when I was looking at your pick of the week on your seesaw, and I hope that you recognise that you are all achieving different things in school, because there was some great work that you were very proud of. Next up, we've got our 2 R's, which are respected, and we talk about that all the time in school. Responsible, well done. And can anybody remember what the last one is? What's the I for? We're safe and we're healthy and achieving. We're nurtured and we're active every day. Respected, you can see. Responsible are we. When we are included, we can be happy. And that included is just talking about the fact that you need to feel part of your school community, you need to feel part of your family. And these are all really important things for you to feel well and to feel happy. Of course, our wellbeing indicator, we already mentioned that in September it was all about being active, and in October our wellbeing indicator was respected, and we were looking at all the different ways that we involve you in making decisions in school. You got the chance to vote for your class pupil council rep and your new house captains. We came round and were asking you questions about how you had settled in to your new class. And you also gave us feedback on our active week and told us about after school activities that you would like to take part in. And as a result of that, we have managed to get a new basketball team set up, and that's to show you that we listen. Now, you might have seen this picture around the school. You should have one of these in your class, and this is our way of allowing you a quick and easy way to tell us how you are feeling, or if you have any ideas that you want to share with us about school. You just need to scan the QR code and it takes you to a page that allows you to either record yourself or write down a comment, a question or an idea. And this is what it looks like. If you scan this QR code, this is what it comes up like. And here's some of the comments that we've got already. So this is how you can have a conversation and influence what we are doing in school. These posters, if they're not already in your class, are coming to your class. And you are going to do what we've just talked about. You're going to have a discussion because Children in Need is coming up soon. But I want you to have a chat in your classes about whether we should be fundraising for children in need, or if we should be looking at doing some fundraising for a charity closer to home, the Falkirk Food Bank. So you can have a chat, have a wee discussion about both. They're both very worthy causes, but what one should we be raising money for this month? And you can then scan this QR code and give us your opinion. We don't need a class opinion. We want every individual opinion. So you can discuss it in your class, but then you can tell us what you would like to happen. And we will count up what everybody has said, and that will be the charity that we will be focusing on raising some funds for in November. We brought back our rights respecting playtime. I wanted to share this with you because we want to make sure, just as it says in this picture here, that everyone has the right to be safe and happy. And now this picture was done by someone who made a mistake in the playground, and as a result never got to take part in their rights, respect and playtime. But what a fantastic piece of work he did in reflecting on what he needs to be able to do to as always, your class teachers have been telling me all about the amazing and brilliant things that are going on in your classrooms, and we have some important shout outs to share with you this morning. In primary 2, Maya, Ryan, Liam, Lauren, Lacey and Anna East have all completed the first steps of Teach Your Monster to Read. So a big clap for them. That is a great achievement, and that will go up on our achievement wall. Also in primary 2, we have 3 star writers. They've been writing medicine recipes, and Rose, Isla and Maya just did a fantastic job on these. So well done to you 3. Also in primary 2, a big shout out for Connor Reid for getting 50 correct answers on his shape and symmetry task on Sumdog. What an achievement, Connor. That is fantastic. And achievements don't all need to be to do with your learning in class. Look at these 4 primary 2 children here, all making really healthy choices at lunchtime. Can you see all the fruit and the coleslaw on their plates? These 4 children are absolutely great eaters in the dining hall every day. So a big shout out for Talia, Harry, Connor Buchanan and Kieran. Well done, and you can tell how much you're enjoying your lunch. Our fantastic primary 7 buddies, who, when I was asking the children all about Carmuir's primary school, so many primary 1s were telling me about how much they really enjoy their time with their buddies. And it's great to see Alex and Jack getting involved with Kyle in this picture. Well done to you. And of course, not forgetting our brand new pupil council, our voice of Carmuir's, who were all chosen by the children in their classes. Another amazing achievement. So well done to Louis, to Freya, to Maya. I noticed Jaden isn't in this picture, but Jaden Thompson, we're not forgetting about you. And then we've got Sarita, we've got Jodie, we've got Ethan, we've got Dexter and Maria. Fantastic, well done. And of course to our house captains, our newly appointed house captains. And I hope you all agree that they did an amazing first job on their Halloween challenges for you on Friday. So well done to all of you. And just like all learning doesn't have to happen in the classroom, it doesn't actually have to happen in school either, as Alicia and Cole are showing you here. Alicia won a judo medal and Cole got a trophy and a certificate for his boxing. Well done to both of you. So here we are back with our November picture, still looking very busy. Let's see which part we're going to focus in on next. Can you see? I wonder what this very dark looking night sky is reflecting for us. Our well-being indicator that we are going to focus on and talk about lots in November is safe. I know how to keep myself safe from harm, and I know which adults that I can speak to if I need help. Now, I have deliberately chosen SAFE for the wellbeing indicator to focus on for November, because as you can see, the clocks have just went back, and as we get closer into winter, it's getting darker and darker, and as the weather gets worse, there's going to be lots of hazards that you need to be able to avoid to keep yourself safe. You have to think about when you're walking to and from school, it's going to be much darker in the mornings and at night. If you are choosing to come on a scooter or on a bike, you must have your helmet on, and I've got a picture here of helmets that would be really good because they've got reflectors on them, which means that cars would be able to see you as they pass you by. Now look at this picture and how difficult it is to see. This is what it looks like for drivers when they're in their cars and it's raining. Do you think it would be really easy for them to see children who were going to cross the road? It wouldn't be, would it? So just remember that this is what cars and drivers see when it's raining. So don't think that if you're going to cut out across the road that they're going to be able to see you. They're not going to be able to see you. If you can get clothing with some reflectors on it, that would definitely help. But when you're crossing roads, it's really important that you are with an adult or that you make your way to our crossing patrol, because you can see that he has got all of the reflectors on his coats and there's no way that the cars aren't going to see him. He can stop the cars for you and make sure that they're able to see that there are children trying to cross the roads. Please, please, please don't think I'll just run out and I'll be fast. It is not safe, okay? And this month is Road Safety Week, so you'll be doing some more work on how to keep yourself safe coming back and forward to school. We also have fireworks night coming up, and again, if you like fireworks, make sure that you are going to an organised display where people will have barricades up to keep you back from the fireworks or the bonfires that might be out. Do not be tempted to play about with any of these things on your own. So we are going to be thinking about all the ways that we can keep you safe and help you to keep yourself safe in November. So we're going to be talking about road safety. We're going to be talking about online safety. We're going to be thinking about how you can keep yourself safe when you're at home, how you can keep yourself safe in school. If you recognise this picture, you have been watching programmes that are not suitable for children under the age of 18. And what happens when you watch things that aren't suitable for your age? You might think that it's okay, but all of the content in these will play on your mind and they'll give you nightmares. Do not watch programmes that aren't for your age. They've got a censorship, is what it's called, for a reason. and that reason is to keep you safe and well. Now let's move on to our 100% attendance club for October. We love it when you're in school. So we have 100% attendance badges to give out to Nico, Isla, Caden, Harris, Lewis, CJ, James, Jaden and Maya in Primary 1. Give yourselves a big clap for that. Well done. And in Primary 2, Lacey, Rose, Maya, Liam, Isla, Harry and Connor Buchanan. Well done. You have been at school every day in October. In Primary 4-3, Chelsea, Emma, Abba, Eronis, Caitlin, Caden McDonald, Boyd, Casey Lee, Caden Williamson, Holly and Dominique. Fantastic attendance. Primary 5-4, Aidan, Abby, Katie, James, Emily, Holly, Finley, Mia, Brody, Alba and Lucy. Absolutely super. You haven't missed any work at all in October because you've been here every single day. Primary 6-5, well done to Emma, Crystal, Kyle Barr, Ethan, Erin, Alicia, Jodie, Tegan, Paul and Fraser. And in Primary 7, Jamie, Erin, Cole, Dexter, Billy, Frankie, Madison, Jack, Alex and Alicia. Absolutely super. Now, if your name is not on the list and you have been ill in October, that's okay. You can now aim to be on this list in November. Okay, so a new month starting today. Let's see, we had 58 people who came to school every day in October. Let's see if we can even get it up to 59 in November. Well done, everybody. Mrs. Jones is very, very proud of Abba, Zach and Casey Lee and wants to say the biggest thank you to the 3 children for always following the class charter and respecting the rights of others. So important. Well done to you 3. And she also wanted to say a wee thank you to Riley, who has been working really hard to make good choices in the classroom. Well done, Riley. Keep it up. Keep going. Mrs. O'Neill has asked for a shout out for Aidan, who has been doing really beautifully presented work. Well done, Aidan. To Finley, who has been very focused and showing good concentration when completing his tasks. Well done, Finley. Great job. And Mrs. O'Neill also wants a special shout out to Alba for her clear explanations of difficult words. Wow. Well done, Alba. So here we are, back with our picture of November. Okay, we've talked about our turkey, we've talked about our fireworks and the hat, we've talked about the dark. I wonder what we're going to be looking at next. Oh, we've also talked about the very wet weather and how important it is to keep yourself safe. Let's see what's next. Can you see right down at the bottom of the screen we have some candles that you can see. I wonder what these symbolise. To learn more about the symbol of the candles, we need to be global citizens and travel around the world. Okay. Here is a map of the whole world. Can you see where we are? Right, let me help you. Did you see my arrow? Right at the very tip of that arrow is Scotland. Can you see how small it is and what a small country we have in relation to the whole world? we're going to go on a journey because we've been talking about being global citizens, and in Carnmuirs we really have got a lot of global connections. Okay, I've got my aeroplane and I'm going to head off to our first destination. Going east. I'm still going east. Okay, can you see where I've landed? That country is Iraq. Okay, and look how far away it is from Scotland. It's a much bigger country than Scotland, isn't it? Can anyone think of why I'm stopping in Iraq? Let's find out. We haven't forgotten about these girls, have we? This is the country that Manar and Noor and Fatima have went back to. They are now in Iraq. You can see the difference in their country to ours. The sun's shining. I think this photograph's at night time. So we are so lucky because for all they are thousands of miles away from us, because we have Seesaw, we are still able to keep in touch with the girls. And Noor has been very good at putting photographs on and telling us about their life in Iraq. This is a photograph that she sent when they were getting ready to celebrate Eid. And this was a wee message that she put on that she wanted me to share with everyone. She says, "Hello everyone, how is everyone doing? Thank you so much for getting in contact with us. We are having fun in Iraq and we are learning Arabic. We miss everyone in Carnmuirs and we hope everyone is safe and healthy. We hope to see you soon, from Noor, Manar and Fatima, and we really hope that we get the chance to see them soon again too." They are not the only family that we have got relations with across the world. Let's get back into our plane and let's see where we're heading this time. And you can see again that we're heading east. Okay, there's Iraq, so that's where Noor and Fatima and Manar are just now, but we're going past that again, and look, we're stopping in a country called Pakistan. Now, can anybody think why Pakistan is our next stop on our journey? Because Hadia is in Pakistan, and not only is Hadia in Pakistan, but Rocco is in Pakistan with her. And Hadia is over visiting family, and you can see that the clothes that she wears when she is in Scotland and in Camelin are quite different to the clothes that she's wearing in Pakistan, and that's just because different cultures like to wear different things. Have a look at this. And that's Hadia on the swing. She's having a great time, and her uncle had put that swing together for her getting there. So she is in Pakistan, and of course we're keeping in touch with her through Seesaw, and we're hoping that her and Rocco will come safely back to us very soon. Okay, where are we going to head to this time? Oh, looks like we're going east again. Yep, we are. Okay, and these countries, Iraq and Pakistan, they're in a continent called Asia. Now, let's see. Okay, they were at Pakistan. Where are we going to go now? Oh, can you see the name of the new place that we've stopped at? I think Aba and Adi will know this place very well. It's called Nepal, and that's where Abba and Adi's mum and dad are from. They are from Nepal. And the reason that we have travelled all the way to Nepal is because there's a very special celebration starting on Thursday that Abba and Adi will be taking part in at home. Now, some of you might already have heard of this celebration and know it as Diwali. In Nepal, it is called Tihar, and you can see that the meaning of Diwali and Tihar is the festival of lights. So Abba and Adi are going to be celebrating Tihar starting on Thursday. Find out a wee bit more about the festival of Tihar and why families in Nepal will be celebrating them.
Tihar, which is known as Deepawali or Festival of Lights, is a 5-day-long Hindu festival celebrated in the Indian subcontinent, notably in Nepal and some of Indian states. Tihar is the second biggest Nepalese festival after Dashain. It is considered to be of great importance as it shows contribution to not just to the humans and the gods, but also to the animals that maintain an intimate relationship with humans. People make patterns on the floor of living rooms or courtyards using materials such as colored rice, dry flour, colored sand, and flower petals outside of their house.
Today it was the first day of the festival, and it was known as Kag Tihar, which also translates to Crow Festival. So what happened is that yesterday the crow was fed in the morning, because crow and ravens is supposedly the symbol of sadness. And today is the second day. It is called as Kukur, I think Tihar. Yes, Kukur Tihar. So it's supposed to be worshipping the kindest friend of humankind, which is the dog.
People offer garlands, tikka, and delicious food to dogs to acknowledge the cherished relationship between humans and dogs. Dogs occupy a special place in Hindu mythology. In Nepal, the dog plays an important role.
Good morning. It is the third day of the festival. It is called as Gai Tihar, which is known as the Cow Festival. It seems to be the multiple celebrations for today, because what is happening in the morning is actually people are cleaning up. So they are doing yearly washing to the stores, houses, and they also put marigolds as a decoration. Why cow? Because cow represents the Mother Earth.
In Hinduism, cow signifies prosperity and wealth. In the morning, houses and stores are clean, while the doorways and windows are decorated with garlands made of marigolds. In the evening, Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, is thanked for all of the benefits that were bestowed on the families. All the Nepalese will make their home as luminous as possible to attract Lakshmi's attention. Dazzling candles, oil lamps, and bright lights are lit up at the doors, steps, even on the roof. At night, the girls and boys enjoy dancing and visiting all the houses in the neighborhood with musical instruments for blessings. In return, the house owner gives them money, fruits, and sweets.
On the last day of this festival, my good friend Yok and we were invited to one of the locals' house. As we arrived, we actually saw how the oldest sister performed puja or rituals, sort of a prayer rituals, to the youngest brother. Eventually, right, the brothers, because they have different and many brothers, perform similar thing to the sisters.
Baitika is also known as the worship of the brother. It is observed by sisters applying tika to the foreheads of their brothers to ensure long life and to thank them for the protection they provide. Sisters make a special garland leaf for the brothers from a flower, symbolizing the sister's prayer for her brother's long life. Brothers sit on the floor while their sisters performing their puja. The puja follows a traditional ritual in which sisters circles brothers, dripping oils on the floor from a copper pitcher and applying oil to the brother's hair, following which a 7-color tikas is applied on the brother's forehead. Next, brothers give tikas to their sisters in the same fashion with an exchange of gifts. This festival strengthens the close relationship between brothers and the sisters.
And I am hoping, Abba and Addy, that you will get the chance to tell us a wee bit more about how you celebrate it at home in Scotland, because it will be a wee bit different to how they are able to do it in Nepal. So happy Tihar to Abba and Addy for Thursday. And we're back on to our map again. So can you remember all the places we've visited so far? We went to Iraq and we caught up with Fatima and Noor. We went to Pakistan and we heard from Hadia, and then we went to Nepal to hear about Abba and Addy's family and how they celebrate Tihar. I wonder what's going to happen now. Let's see. So there we are, back up in Scotland. Back on our aeroplane. Do you think we're going to go east again? Let's see. Okay. Oh no, we're going through France. Oh, coming down into Africa. Moving all the way down. And we're stopping at Tanzania. Tanzania in Africa. And who do we know that is in Tanzania or Africa? You see the giraffes. The mountain in the background is called Mount Kilimanjaro, and it's the highest mountain in Africa. But what's that to do with Carnmuirs, I hear you say? Have a close look at this picture. Can you see anyone that's got a link to Carnmuirs? Yes, of course, it's Ellie. Can you see Ellie down at the bottom? And she's with this man called Adam Rogers. And Adam Rogers has taken Ellie on his back and has climbed to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro with Ellie. And if you look up here at his Twitter feed, you'll see that he's even gave a shout out to Carnmuirs Primary School. It says, Ellie from Carnmuirs Primary School in Scotland and I are getting closer to the Uhura peak on Kilimanjaro. And the reason that Adam is climbing to the top of Kilimanjaro is he is doing a challenge to promote one of the Sustainable Development Goals, number 3 on health. And what he's saying is he wants everyone across the world, and not just in our country, to have access to the COVID-19 vaccines. And that links to the Sustainable Development Goal about health for everyone across the world. What a fantastic thing for Carnmuirs Primary School to be part of. Can you believe that we're known around the world? And here he is again. This is him when he's achieved it. How did you spend your day yesterday? For me, I climbed to the top of Kilimanjaro. I think that deserves a big clap. But look, Primary 1 are already on it with their big well done Ellie. Everyone deserves it. Very, very proud of Primary 1, very proud of Ellie, and a massive well done to Adam Rogers, who's showing how important it is for us in Scotland to still fight for the health of people across the whole world. Boys and girls, Mount Kilimanjaro and Ellie are not the only link that we now have with the country of Tanzania in Africa, because this primary school that you can see in the picture, Kisutu Primary School, are going to partner up with us, and they are going to be learning all about our school and life in Scotland, and we are going to be learning and linking with this school and learning about what life is like in their school and in Tanzania, in another country in the world. How exciting is that? And you can see where we would have tarmac, they have got sand on the outside of their school. And here are the pupils of Kisutu Primary School. And you can see here that some of them are out watering the plants. Obviously it's a very, very warm country, and if they want to keep their grass looking beautiful and green, it needs lots of water. And in this video here, can you see what they're doing? There's lots of smiley faces. Let's see what's happening. That video was showing them celebrating. They were dancing and having fun just like we do here. But what the boys and girls were dancing and celebrating for was they have just heard that they are receiving desks for their primary school. And they are giving thanks for having desks. All of these things that we probably would just take for granted in Carnmuirs. I don't see you all getting up and singing and dancing because I tell you that we've got new desks. But that's how different lives are between our two countries. We would get that excited, wouldn't we, if we were getting lots more new iPads or things. But in Tanzania, in African countries, they are very grateful just for having the basic furniture in their schools. I can't wait to link up with the teachers and the pupils in Kisutu Primary School and learn about what life is like for them. And now I've forgotten to go back to our picture of November, but this was the last symbol in the picture that I wanted to talk about. Did you get it? Do you know what it symbolises? So these are poppies, and on the 11th of November it is Remembrance Day, and we will be having a minute's silence at 11 o'clock on the 11th of the 11th to remember all of the men and women who went to war to keep us safe, and remember all the people that lost their lives trying to make the world a safer place for everybody.
The Poppy Story. In 1914, nearly 100 years ago, a huge war started. This war was called the First World War, or the Great War. A lot of people were hurt or killed in the war. A young soldier who was fighting in the war wrote a poem. He wrote the poem because he saw bright red poppies growing in the fields where the fighting had been. He called his poem In Flanders Fields. People all over the world really liked the poem and would soon wear bright red poppies as a way to remember soldiers who had fought in the war. The First World War ended at 11 o'clock in the morning on the 11th of November 1918. This was the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The war had lasted over 4 years. The 11th of November every year is now called Remembrance Day or Armistice Day. After the war ended, people started making paper poppies to sell. They did this to make money to help the soldiers, sailors and airmen who were coming home. On Remembrance Day, people wear a poppy, and at 11 o'clock in the morning, they stop what they are doing for 2 minutes of silence. They do this so they can remember all the soldiers, sailors and airmen who have fought in wars. These people are called ex-servicemen or veterans. All the poppies sold in Scotland are made in the Lady Haig's Poppy Factory in Edinburgh, which opened in 1926. When the factory first opened, all the poppies were handmade by just 2 ex-servicemen, with some red paper and a pair of scissors. Today there are nearly 40 ex-servicemen with disabilities who work in the factory. These men make 5 million poppies every year for the Scottish Poppy Appeal. They also make more than 10,000 wreaths. That's a lot of poppies. All the poppies are still made by hand, although a machine now cuts out the poppy shape. The ex-servicemen make 2 types of poppy: a poppy with a green plastic stem and a stick-on poppy. Once all the poppies have been made, they're packaged up with collecting tins for the money and then sent to our volunteers all over Scotland. Volunteers are people who give their time for free to help other people. Every city, village and town in Scotland has volunteers who sell poppies in their local area. Poppies are sold almost everywhere. You can find them in shops, supermarkets, offices, schools, factories, even churches and hospitals. Volunteers collect the money made from selling poppies. They also hold fundraising events like jumble sales, cake sales and races to raise even more money. Thanks to all their hard work, our volunteers raise millions of pounds every year to help ex-servicemen and women in Scotland. All the money that's made helps ex-servicemen and women who need our help. We also help the families of ex-servicemen and women by giving them money, support and advice, helping them rebuild their lives. All this from a tiny poppy.
And our final part of today's assembly is recognition for children who adults in school have recognised as going above and beyond. And what that means is just doing that wee bit extra all the time in their work or in their attitude or supporting others. You will see at the end of this how many tickets each of you have all together, and Mrs. Wilson will have a record of that beside the toy shop. I will let your teachers know when it is your turn this week to come and spend your Head Teachers Award tokens. The only tokens that you will be able to spend are the ones that you achieved in October. So if you get any between now and the time that you're coming to the shop, they're not going to count. They'll be added in to the November celebrations. Okay, so I will let your teacher know when you can come and spend your well-earned tokens. Okay, let's get started. So, Miss Patterson is giving special awards to Justin in P43, in recognition of his fantastic manners. He always stops to hold the door open for adults in school. She's given an award to Michael Peasley for mastering tying his shoelaces. Well done, Michael. And for Addie and Rose for always showing perfect manners. Mrs. Jones has given head teacher awards to Dominique, Daniel and Casey Lee for showing a great attitude when working with some very tricky maths learning. Mrs. O'Neill has given 2 head teachers awards this month, one for Louis, who she heard saying very kind words to a girl in his group, and one for Katie, who always produces high quality work and gives 100%. Well done. Mrs. Wilson has given head teacher awards to Cole, Erin, Ewan, Maya, Liam, Maya, Dexter and Lila for completing and returning their active calendars for September. She's given one to Fraser because, Fraser, you taught me a thing or two about satellites. I'm giving one to Maria from Alba because she found Alba's scooter and made Alba very happy. I'm giving one to Addie for tidying up the table in the dining hall and stacking up the cups. One for Lauren Swan, who always offers to help me around the school. I'm giving one to Talia, Connor, Kieran and Harry for always choosing really healthy lunches and eating so well every day. I'm giving one to Jack Dowell for helping the wee ones get their water every day, even Jack when you're not on duty. It's very much appreciated. I'm also giving one to Alex, Dexter and Maria for always being available to support in the dining hall. And one for Alba for such a good start to P54. And one for Louis for sticking with his learning, even as it gets a bit tougher. I've also given one award for each of the children voted in as house captain or vice house captain, and one to Cole Grierson and one to Alicia Sawkins for achieving awards at their after-school clubs, boxing and judo. Mr. Bell has given awards to Danny, to Kyle Cruz and Saif for great effort in maths. He's given to Kyle Barr for being so focused on his learning. He's given one to Ava, Alicia, Tegan and Fraser for great work in his numeracy group, and one for Ollie for challenging himself in his numeracy. Miss Downs has given head teachers awards to Isla for helping another child use paper and glue to make a bag, for Caden MacDonald, Keris, Casey Lee and Daniel for fab teamwork when doing a jigsaw. She's giving one to Romy and Ruby for helping Miss Downs to tidy the playroom. One to Ryan, Harry and Liam for tidying without even being asked to help. She's given one to Talia for helping younger children with the doors when they couldn't manage to open them. She's given one to Emma for continuing to do fantastic walking, Emma Forrest, when others forgot and started to run back and forward to the playroom. She's given one to Connor Buchanan for tidying up the blocks, even when he wasn't playing with them. She's given awards to Boyd, Riley, Caden, Williamson and Daniel for being sensible with the ramps in the playroom and also for helping to tidy up. She's giving one to Anais for helping to set up an art activity in the playroom and then also helping to tidy it away when everybody was finished. Well done, Anais. Mrs. Jalland is giving head teachers awards to Molly for always offering to help others, to Caden Brown for always achieving character strength of the week, for Oliver for showing amazing resilience, Oliver, when you've been going through a wee tricky time at home, for Jaden for caring about his world, for Katie for talking about how she wants to save the planet, for Becca for speaking clearly when telling everyone how she will save the planet, and Lewis for showing how much he cares about animals. Well done to all of you. And Miss Mariner, she is giving awards to Alicia for helping to clean the whole classroom. Same for Emma Temporal. Fraser for tidying away paints. Ethan for tidying paints, and Igor for helping to tidy. She's also given Fraser 1 for excellent effort in writing, and 1 to Alicia P for working independently, and 1 to Imogen for working independently. Saeed, you've been given 1 from Miss Mariner for helping to tidy the classroom. Jodie, you're getting 1 for enthusiasm and effort. Kyle Barr for always following instructions and working hard. Crystal for being a super cleaner, and Erin for being a super cleaner. Kyle Cruz for being so helpful in the class. Kyle Kennedy, helpful in the class and having a great Halloween joke. Erin for being helpful in the class. Alicia Sawkins for being helpful in the class. Danny for great listening in the class. And then she's giving every child a head teacher's award for giving her her best day yet in Carnmuirs Primary School. So well done to all of you in P65. I think you all deserve a massive round of applause for that. That was a lot of head teachers awards for October. Well done everybody. Please keep it up. You're doing amazing. And just a small reminder of some of the head teacher awards, or some of the toys that are available in the toy shop. But you'll get the chance to come down and have a look as well. And then you can decide whether you're wanting to spend, or if there's something you really want that's a lot more tickets and you're going to continue to save. Okay, and here you can see for each class who has received head teacher awards for October. And well done to the people that you can see have got a 1 or a 2 in the saved column, because they saved their tokens from September and now they've got ones in October that they can add on to them. So Molly in Primary 1, you've saved 1 and you've got a new one, so that gives you 2 vouchers now altogether, so you're doing really well. I'll give a copy of this to the teachers so that you know who should be coming to the shop at your time. Okay, P54, Louis, Katie and Alba. And then, wow, look at all of those for Primary 6-5 this month. Well done to you. Fraser, you have got 6 head teacher awards, and Erin Miller, you have 5. And Erin, you saved 2 from your last month, so you've got 7 now. Absolutely fantastic. You can see a couple of people on 5 as well. Great job, P65 and Primary 7. Great effort for October, everyone. Let's see who will be earning head teacher awards in November for going over and above. Thank you for listening. A very long assembly. I hope it's been broken down into lots of parts for you, but we have just got so much to share. Again, Abba and Adi, happy Tihar, and I look forward to hearing all about your celebrations. Have an amazing November, everyone. Take care. Bye.